Also make sure that you are silent at that time. Yeah? Yeah, we have.
Shalom, Israel. We're the Isupk out of 1 West 125th Street, New York, under commanding General Yohana. I'm Prison Officer Yakad, is Prison Officer.
Swapiala.
And today we're about to begin our Sabbath service as ordained by the Most High. This is something we're supposed to keep every 7 days, as long as the Lord laid it down in the scriptures, and we're just following and honoring our King. You understand? As he laid down these rules and these laws for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right?
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, you can take first priest.
First priest.
That's the war. Ban ban yam yam ban yashal. Yahweh Shem Yashem Rakta. Sa. 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 Sa.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Imagine what Panya Kodam, mission rising face east, Sa, which means to turn. We say Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malapatka, Saba'a, Batazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Natan, Lanawa, Lakam, Kaw, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kawawatnawa, Tasalaknawa, Kawawatinawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Awashinawa, Wayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Watapara, Walamyam,
Aman. In the English, our Father, art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts,
forgive us our debts.
Forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
We're going to study Hakak or the power. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Babukasha, Matan Lanawa, Hakak, Rapa'a, Kamaka'ala, Wakama the war, Hakak, Lataha, Amatazarayam, Hakak, Lahakoyam, Amatayam, Hakak, Irakawa, Amata'ala, Lagarashun, Hashem, Yahushai,
Sawadaman. In the English, Yahweh, name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, power against unclean spirits, to cast them out.
Cast them
name
out.
of Yahushai.
Name of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
Be it.
So be it. We say the blessed Israel, Yahweh, Bahashem,
Yahushai,
Babukasha,
Babukasha,
Salakia, Barakanawa, Wayasha'ala, Wahabayah, Saparium, Barak, Bashem, Yahushai, Tawada
Aman, the English Yahweh, name of Yahweh, bless us, and Israel, and the school, in the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it.
So be it. You can say Psalm 121 in Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hariyam, Ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ayam, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Alathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Alianawam, Shamarka, Anna, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawama, Washa'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Aliyat, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Ashama, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashama, Afnashpuka, Yahweh, Yashama, Tazahaska, Wabawaka, Mayata, Wa'i, Iwala.
Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills.
Unto the
from
hills.
whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from
which
Yahweh.
made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
Will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Aldamayalaka, Altakarat, Altashakwa, Alkayahana, Avyamyaka, Yahamayawan, Wamashanayaka, Shanairash, Ailamaka, Yaimwa Yamwa, Sawada, Waya Aitazawa, Altazapawanta, Marwa, Lakawa, Wayakakadan, Magawya, Wala'a, Yazaka, Shamia Sha'ala, Aiwada, Kaya, Now Aitazawa, Laba, Yakarwa, Ailakak, Mariah, Yakarafwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa Abba, Hagarayam, Gebal, Wa'aimawan, Aimala, Kalashat, Ainya Shabia, Tazawo, Gam Ashawa, Malawa, Imam, Ayawa, Zarawat, Labanilawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasayasara, Kayabian, Banakal, Yashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayaan, the Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayab Mawa, Kairab, Waka Azaba, Waka Zabak, Wakal Tazamanai, Kal Nasayakamwa, Asha, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Af, Naawas, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagal Gala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Raka, Kaash, Saba Ira, Wakalahaba, Salahat, Aryam, Kantaradapma, Basaraika, Wabasa, Wapaska, Sabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Idi, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Alewan, Alkaha, Arataza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence.
Keep not thou silence.
O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For thine enemies make it tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against my people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let's cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and Nagarines, Gebal, Ammon, Amalek, the Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre, Isupk also is joined with them. They have helped in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as down for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, like Zeib, yea, all their princes, as Sabbath and Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the Most High over all the earth. Right. So that, let me say the prayers first now, because when the prayers start, we're not supposed to, let anybody in after the prayers, then we go. Right? Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and
all
earth.
things living.
And all things
Yahweh.
living.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us
right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school, force their riches, to enter to thy sanctuary, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, to the Edomites, and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the government of enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Quasi-Comitazi, the gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words through all the planet earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucer and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word, cause to be known by all, and it's the angel that done it, cause to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world, cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you always. So be it.
Sir?
That's all. Also remind them when they come now. Let them know when the prayer is going on. After the prayers, then the door. Right? Yes,
Shabia, which means to be seated.
Book of Exodus chapter 29 and verse 7. Allah Akaf. Shamana. Amma Shakaha. Waya Tazakat. I Ra'ashwa. Amma Shakat. Atawa. Verse 8. Wa'ata. Wanyawa. Taka. Rayab. Baha. Bashatam. Kata. Katana. Verse 9. Aka. Barak. Atam. Abanata. Aharon. Abba. Nayawa. Aka. Bashak. Laham. Maga. Ba'aita. Baha. Yata. Laham. Kahana. Laka. Kat. Aywalam. Wama. La'ata. Yeah, La'ata. Yad. Aharon. Ayad. Banayawa. Verse 10. Baha. Arabat. Apa. Lapanya. Ahala. Ahala. Aida. Basamak. Aharon. Abba. Rayawa. Yadda. Yaham. Rasha. Rash. Apa. Verse 11. Washa. Katata. Apa. Lapanya. Yahweh. Pata. Salaki. Ahala. Aida. Verse 12. Wallah. Akak. Madam. Apa. Wana. I. Korana. I'm a Zabak. I'm a Zabak. I'm a Zabak. Ba'a. Zaba'aika. Wa'ad. Gal. Adam. Basha. Shapak. Al. Sawad. Amma. Sabbath. Verse 13. Wallah. Akaf. Kal. Aka. Akalab. Amma. Kasa. Akarab. Wata. Aya. Arab. Akabad, Vata, Chataya, Akalayat, Vata, Aka, Akalab, Asha, Ailayahan, Baha, Pataraf, Ama, Tabaka, verse 14, Bata, Asha, Apa, Wata, Irawa, Bata, Abra, Sawa, Asha, Asharap, Baash, Maka, Matazah, Lamak, Noha, Khata, Ata, Aba'a.
Yeah, close up. English.
Muslim. Chapter. Book Exodus chapter 29 and verse 7. Then shalt thou take the anointing oil and pour it upon his head and anoint him. Thou shalt bring his sons and put coats upon them. Verse 9. Thou shalt gird them, thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put the bonnets on them. And the priest's office shall be theirs for perpetual statute. And thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons. Verse 10. Thou shalt cause a bullock to be brought before the tabernacle of the congregation, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock. And thou shalt kill the bullock before the Most High, by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 12. And thou shalt take the blood of the bullock, and put it upon the horns of the altar with thy finger, and pour all the blood beside the bottom of the altar. Verse 13. Thou shalt take all the fat that covereth the inwards, and the core that is above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. And that was it.
Right. So again, this is why it's so important as well. And any priest that is certified must be anointed, and must be anointed by who the Lord chooses. And we see Aaron and his sons were at that point in time, as I say, the Levitical priesthood. They would be the priests, or they would be the men to carry out the duties of the Lord in bringing the reminder to the people, as the people gather on any high holy day, on any day that the Lord ordained us to gather ourselves together. These were the men that would choose, and this is why it said it showed the steps. And again, in the Isupk under Commander General Yana, this is as we always remind brothers, always remind the family. Here is the home of the truth. Because in order for you to open your mouth, you must be certified. How are you going to be certified? By the men or the man who the Lord chooses to raise you up and to anoint your head with oil, to be certified in the work of the Lord, because now these men would be doing the work of the Lord, not the work of themselves, but the work of the Lord. And we see the process right here. At this time, they would be the priesthood at that time. And again, this is something that we can always go into. And this is why we tell brothers and sisters, to get yourself or find yourself in class. So now you understand or get the full breakdown of your history, of your records by the men who the Lord chose. Again, the Isupk under Commanding General Yana has been doing this since 1969. And any brother that come up in this truth and you see sitting again in this seat behind this table, these are men that were certified through as we say, the steps that we read about right here in our records. And this is a reminder to us. Right? So,
to continue. Ready, Column?
Yeah.
This one. Man, Jim, which means to stand. Next, please. Makakobal, ban and yem ban yashal. Yahweh Hashem Yeshua B'Tah. Shabir. Continuing to from verse 14.
It's 14. Continue from the book of Exodus, chapter 29.
Verse 14.
Book of Exodus, chapter 29, continuing from verse 14. Wa'atha gawa ra hapara wa'atha I power wa'atha para shawa tasha rapa the asha maka wataza lama kanaha katha atha tawa'a wa atha ha'a yala hakada takwa ka wasai makawa aharwana waba nayawa atha yada yahma aila Asha ha'a yala washa ha'aitha atha hayala wala wahatha atha damawa wa I rakwatha aila hama'ai gaka sagai yaga wa atha ha'ayala thana thaka lana thakaya wa wara kataza tha para gawa waka ra'ai yawa wana tha aila natha kayawa wa aila ra'asaf wa ya wa I ratha atha kala ha'a yala hamai aga kaha aila hawa'a laya Hawa, Payaka, Naya, Kawak, Asaka, Laya, Hawaha, Hawa'a, Wala, Wakatha, Atha, Ha'a, Yala, Asa, Naya, Wasai, Maka, Aha, Rana, Waga, Nayawa, Atha, Yada, Yaham, Aila, Wa'asa, Wa'ayala, Washa, Ha'aitha, Atha, Ha'a, Yala, Wala, Wakatha, Mada, Mawa, Wana, Tha, Taha, Aila, Tana, Waka, A'aina, Aha, Rana, Wa'aila, Tana, Waka, A'aina, Dana, Yawa, Haya, Mana, Yatha, Wa'aila, Bahana, Yadama, Haya, Mana, Yatha, Wa'aila, Bahana, Raga, Lama, Haya, Mana, Yatha, Wa'ai, Rakwatha, Atha, Hadam, Aila, Hama, Aigaka, Saigai, Yaba, Wala, Wakatha. That's not
27.
27.
No, 20.
20?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I think
Read the English as
it's from
well. 14 to 20.
Book of Exodus, chapter 29, reading from verse 14 to 20. But the flesh of the bullock and his skin and his dung shall thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Thou shalt also take one ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood and sprinkle it round about the altar. And thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inwards of him and his legs, and put them unto his pieces and unto his head. And thou shalt burn the whole ram upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto the Most High. It is a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Most High. And thou shalt take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. Then shalt thou kill the ram, and take his blood, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of the right ear of his sons, and upon the thumb of their right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about.
So again, now we see it go even more into, in what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to adhere to these instructions and follow these instructions. And see, at this point in time, the first lamb was a sacrifice unto the Lord. The second lamb was where this priesthood would, would hear and would hold and would walk in these laws, statutes, and commandments. As the instructions come down, this is what they or the priesthood would do. And this is why, again, we see as we say, the perfect example being demonstrated in the Isupk under Commanding General Yana. And as a reminder for us, as we hear these instructions, we hold fast to them with a walk in accordance with these reports. And this is a reminder because it was done at that time during, the priesthood at that time, and it is going to be done in this time, in the priesthood, in this time, or in this generation, right? So it's a reminder to us, right?
All right. Next, priest.
Tazo, ban ban yan yan ban yasha.
Tazo, ban ban yan ban yasha. Aoba shemi shabakata. From 21, right? 21, right?
Sure. Book of Exodus chapter 29 and verse 21. Allah. Wakaf. Mana. Adam. Asha. Al. Amma. Sabbath. Amma. Shamana. Amma. Shaka. Baha. Sayaf. Al. Baharan. Ba'ayla. Baga. The Yawa. Ba'ayla. Bana Yawa. Ba'ayla. Baga. The Ya. Banayawa. Patawa. Baka. Kadash Lafya. Awa'a. Baba. Kadayawa. Bana Yawa. Baba. Kadaya. Banayawa. Atawa. Verse 22. Wala. Wakaf. Bana. Ayala. Aka. Akalam. Sabbath. Baha. Alaya. Alaya. Wa'ata. Aka. Akalam. Bana. Kasa. Ak. Akarab. Wa'ata. Atarak. Akam. Wa'ata. Shataya. Aka. Tayata. Wa'ata. Akalam. Asha. Ayla. Yahan. Wa'ata. Shawak. Aya. Ayan. Aya. Ayala. Allah. Ayam. Awa'a. Verse 23. Wakaka. Lakam. Atak. Wakala. Lakam. Shemana. Atak. Akat, for Ra, for Yak, Akad, Salah, Tamar, Tazawatha, Asha, Lapanya, Yahweh, verse 24, for Yah, Slakia, for Shah, Shemath, Akal, Ayin, for Yah, Aharon, for Ayla, for Yah, Banyawa, for Ha, Napat, Atum, Tana, Apa, Lapanya, Yahweh, verse 25, Wallah, for Akat, Atum, Mayadam, Waha, Watarath, Amma, Sabaka, Aid, Ayla, Arak, La Yarak, Naya, Kawak, Lapanya, Yahweh, Asha, Awa'a, La Yahweh, verse 26, Wallah, Waka, Akazah, Ma'ayala, Ma, La Ayam, Asha, La Aharon, Baha, Napath, Atawa, Tana, Papa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Baha, Yaha, Laka, Lamana, verse 27, Waka, Tashak, Ak,
Things up to 26.
26,
27. Okay, this one.
right? Ak, Azar, Ata, Nawapa, Wata, Shawak, Ata, Shawa, Mama, Asha, Awana, Washa, Awaram, Ma'ayala, Ma, La'ayam, Ma'asha, La'aharan, La'aharan, Mama, Masha, Mama, Asha, Laba, Nayawa. Right, English. The book of Exodus, chapter 21, chapter 29, and verse 21. And thou shalt take of the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointed oil, and sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garments, and upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons with him. And he shall be hallowed, and his garments, and his sons' sons' garments with him. Verse 22. And thou shalt take of the ram the fat and the rump, and the fat that covereth the inwards, and the caul above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration. Verse 23. And one loaf of bread, and one cake of oil bread, and one wafer out of the basket of the unleavened bread that is before the Most High. Verse 24. And thou shalt put all in the hands of Aaron, and in the hands of his sons, and shall wave them for a wave offering before the Most High. Verse 25. And thou shalt receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering, for sweet savor before the Most High. It is an offering made by fire unto the Most High. Verse 26. And thou shalt take the breast of the ram of Aaron's consecration, and wave it for a wave offering before the Most High, and it shall be thy part. Verse 27. And thou shalt sanctify the breast of the wave offering, and the shoulder of the heave offering, which is waved, and which is heaved up, of the ram of the consecration, even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his sons.
So again, seeing more, and as they read, you're going to see again how the Most High God has structure, has order in everything that He does. So these again would be the priesthood. Again, we see the process even on their garments as well. Even on the garments, and this is why you see, when we look at our high holy days or feast days, you see, brothers, in their garments. At this time again, we use it, or we're reading about it at that time. Now we see the example today. And this is why, again, all these are reminders unto us. And telling brothers and sisters, telling, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians that this is our record, this is our history, and the importance of us knowing it, it be honored by the Lord as any good father having children. That pathway back is these instructions. To Him having, mercy, compassion, unto us, following His instructions. And again, reading out of our history book, out of our records. And as a reminder to us. So that they want.
Nala. Medium. Next priest.
Makakobal, ban ban yan yan, ban ya shal.
Makakobal, ban ban yam yan, ban ya shal.
How about Shemya Shakata?
How about Shemya Shabakta? Shamir.
Continuing reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 29, and verse 28. Waha yaha la'a harana wala rana yawa laka kwa aiwa lama ma'atha manaya yasha ra'ala qiyah Thara, Wamaha, Hawa'a, Watha, Rowa, Maha, Waha, Ma'atha, Manaya, Yasha, Ra'ala, Ma'ai, Bakaya, Wala, Maya, Hama, Thara, Wamatham, Laya Hawa Ha Waba Gadaw Ya Hakwa the Shah Ashara La'aha Rana Yaha Yahawa Salakia Yaha Yawa Labana Yawa Aka Rayawa Lama Shakaha Bahama wala mala bama ata yada yadama shaba aita yama yama yala mashama haka na taka tayawa maba the sha wakwa the wa the sha wa atha ayala hamala ayam the kwa ka waba shalatha atha washa pawa wama pama wadasha wa akala aharana wabana yawa atha washara ha'ayala wa atha la kama ashara wasaila athaka ahala mawa aida wa aka lawa atham ashara papara bahama lamala atha yadam lakwa dawa atham wa ira la'a ya akala kiya fadasha hama wa ama yawatha maba shara hamala ayam wamana alakma aida haba para washa rapatha atha ana wathara ba'asha la'a ya akala kaya fadasha hawa'a. That's the end. Right, Salaki. Continuing the reading in the English from verse 28 to verse 34. And it shall be Aaron and his sons by a statute ever from the children of Israel, for it is an heave offering, and it shall be an heave offering from the children of Israel of the sacrifice of their peace offerings, even their heave offerings unto the Most High. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be his sons after him, to be anointed therein, and to be consecrated in them. And that son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days, when he is cometh into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister in the holy place. And thou shalt take the ram of the consecration and seat his flesh in the holy place. And Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram and the bread that is in the basket by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And they shall eat those things wherewith the atonement was made, to consecrate and to sanctify them. But a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. And if aught of the flesh of the consecrations or the bread remain unto the morning, then thou shalt burn the remainder with fire, and shall not be eaten, because it is holy.
So we see again at this time, as it say, if Aaron pass, next in line would be the eldest son, and this will always be And it's always, custom in Israel that the eldest would receive, that inheritance from the father. And we see here again, everything is separated. And this is why when it says no stranger, because while we see the Most High God always again, you see that word holy only coming up, at every time you read, we see the word holy, and that word holy means kodash in the Hebrew. This is why the Most High God always separate everything, because to do one thing, to avoid confusion, to avoid conflict, so it would have order, because the Most High God is a God of order. And reading again about the order and the structure of the priesthood, at this time, the Levitical or the Levite would be the priesthood at that time. And we see step by step, instructions being laid down and, given unto them how this order, how this structure is supposed to be. And this is what we're reading about right now.
So like, for me, just kind of add to what you're saying. When the Most High choose men, you understand? I say oil is poured on their head, and they are consecrated, they are separate. Just like how we are here in the Isupk under command of General, we are consecrated, we are set apart to do this work. Not anybody could come and say, well, they're doing the Lord's work. So no stranger who is not ordained, who does not have oil poured on the head, could come and teach this word. You understand? No so-called Catholic priest, no bishop, no fake Israelite group. They cannot. They are strangers. You understand? To teach this word, to teach this truth. And I just want to bring on that to show that there's a difference between us and them, who would be consecrated and who would be a stranger in the Isupk under command of General. So that counts. But that's imagine. Next verse.
That's the war. Ban ban yam yam ban yashar.
That's the war. Ban yam yam ban yashar. Yahweh Hashem Yeshua. Shabia. Come to
Book of Exodus chapter 29 verse 31.
So like, I think it's from 32.
Verse 32. So
Stop at 34. So like, yeah.
The book of Exodus chapter 29 and verse 34. 35, right? I Shayah La Aharam Allah Banyawa Kaka Kakala Asha. There's a war at the war. Ataka Shabaita Yama Tama La'a Yadam verse 76. Apa Ata the Aisha La Yawam I Aka Parayam Waka Ta'afa Ayat Ama Sabbath Waka Barak Ayla Yawa Ama Shaka Atawa Akar, Kashawar, verse 37. Shaba'aita, Yama, Akar, Akapa, Ai, Ama, Sabak, Akar, Shak, Atawa, Wahaya Yaha, Ama, Sabak, Wadash, Wadashim, Kal, Anagai, Anagai, Bama, Sabak, Yakodash, verse 38. Bazar, Ashar, the Aisha, Ai, Amazabak, Kabar, Shayam, Banya, Shanya, Shanaha, Salaka, Shanyam, Layawam, Tamayan, verse 39. Akabash, Aaka, Aisha, Babaka, Bata, Akabash, Ashanya, the Aisha, Banya, Salakia, Bayan, Bayam, verse 40. Sharon, Salath, Walla, Washaman, Katayat, Kabai, Ahayan, Nasak, Kabaya Aita, Ahayan, Yayan, Lakabash, Aaka, 41. Wata, Akabash, Ashanya, Aisha, Bayan, Ai, Bayam, Tama, Naka, Baka, Nasaka, Aisha, Taha, Narayak, Naya, Akap, Asha, La Yahaw. Make the book of Exodus chapter 29 and verse 35. And thus shalt thou do unto Aaron, unto his sons, according to all things which I have commanded thee. 7 days shalt thou consecrate them. Verse 36. And thou shalt offer every day a bullock for a sin offering, for atonement. And thou shalt cleanse the altar, which when thou hast made an atonement for it, and thou shalt anoint it to sanctify. Verse 37. 7 days shalt thou 7 days thou shalt make an atonement for the altar and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most holy. Whatsoever toucheth the altar shall be holy. Verse 38. Now this is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar: 2 lambs of the first year, day by day, continually. Verse 39. And 1 lamb thou shalt offer in the morning, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at evening. Verse 40. And with the 1 lamb, a tenth of flour mingled with the 4th part of an hin of beaten oil, and the 4th part of an hin of wine for a drink offering. Verse 41. And the other lamb thou shalt offer at evening, and shalt do thereto, according to the meat offering of the morning, and according to the drink offering thereof, for a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
Say, Jim. No, we're not still have a slack. Yeah, still have next one. Next, priest.
Makakobal, Banyan Banyan Shah.
Makakobal, Banyan Banyan Shah.
How about Shimmy or Shaiba Kata?
How about Shimmy or Shaiba Kata? He's still alone. Yes.
Continuing reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 30. 29 Salakia, continuing from verse 42. Ailatha, Tama, Yada, Ladha, Rata, Yakama, Pataka, Ahala, Mawa, Aida, Lapa, Nawa, Yaha, Waha, Awara, Awa, Aida, Lakam, Shamaha, Lada, Bara, Allah, Yaka, Shema, Wana, Aida, Tawa, Taya, Shamaha, La'a, Naya, Yasha, Ra'ala, Wana, Wadasha, Waka, Wadaya, Wakwa, the Shah, Thaya, Atha, Ahala, Mawa, Aida, Wa'atha, Hama, Ai Baka, Wa'atha, Aha, Rana, Wa'atha, Bana, Yawa, Akwa, the Shah, Laka, Hna, Laya, Washa, Kana, Thaya, Watha, Waka, Wanaya, Yasha, Ra'ala, Waha, Wahaya, Yathaya, Laha, Lahama, La'a, Laha, Lahayam, Waya, Da'aiwa, Kaya, Anaya, Yaha, Waha, La'a, Haya, Hama, Ashara, Hawa, Taza, Ataya, Athama, Ma'ara, Taza, Mataza, Rayam, Lasha, Kanaya, Matha, Wakam, Anaya, Yaha, Yahweh, Allah, Haya, Hama, Wa'ai, Wayatha, Ma'ai, Raka, Mapa, Thara, Watha, Ratha, Aitazaya, Sha'ayam, Ta'ai, Waha, Athawa, Amaha, Ara, Kawa, Wa'ama, Wa'ama, Waka, Bawa, Rabawai, Yaha, Yaha, Wa'ama, Tayam, Wama, Tawa, Ma, Manawa, Para, Natha, Yawa. In the English, 29 and verse 42, thou shalt be, and this shall be a continual burnt offering throughout the generations at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Most High. I will meet you to speak there unto thee, and there I will make with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. And I will sanctify the tabernacle of the congregation, and the altar I will sanctify also, both Aaron and his sons, to minister to me in the priest's office. And I will dwell among the children of Israel, and I will be their power. And they shall know that I am the Most High, their power, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them. I am the Most High, their power. Exodus chapter 30 and verse 1. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon, of shittim wood shalt thou make it. Verse 2. A cubit shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof. 4 square shall it be, and 2 cubits shall be the height thereof. The horns thereof shall be of the same.
So again, we see, we just read all the instructions, in the setting up of the priesthood, in the setting up of, who will be before the Lord, or to bring, the issues or any complaints of the people to the Lord. This would be Aaron and his sons. This is what we just read about, and the structure, how this structure would be set up. And as I said before, he'd be, our God, not everybody, and that why it was specific, their God. Remember that it's not the God for everybody, but this is a structure that this family would be recognized, who the Lord choose to rule or to run this place in righteousness. And we see that structure being set up right there, right? So, and as we, go on to verse 30, now we see more instructions again, given, by the Lord, and we see that order being followed. As the instructions come through Moses, he would, relay the instructions onto the, the men who would carry out these instructions, right?
They say, Majum. Next, priest. That's the war. Ban Banyam Yan Banya Shal. Yahweh Shamia Islam. Shabia.
Okay, the book of Exodus chapter 30 verse 3. What is that? Oh, yeah. Atawa. Zaham. Zahawa'a. Ad. Yagawa. Wata. Oya. Ratayawa, Sabayam, Salakia, Mata, Ora, Natayawa, Baai, Shaya, Nawa, Zara, Sahab, Sabayam, verse 4, Bashar, Tayar, Tabaaita, Zahab, the Aisha, Lawa, Mata, Mataka, Lazarawa, Ai, Shataya, Lazalai, Tayawa, the Aisha, Ai, Shanya, the Yawa, Baha Yaha, Labatayam, Jabba, the Yam, Basha, Bashata, Atawa, Bahama, Maha, those 5, Baai, Shayat, Abba, the Yam, Aitazaya, Shatayam, Wataza, Payat, Atam, Sahab, verse 6, Wana, Tataha, Atawa, Lapanya, Apa, Rakat, Asha, Ai, Aran, Ai, Aida, Lapanya, Aka, Barak, Asha, Ai, Aida, Asha, Awa, Aida, Laka, Shema, verse 7, Waha, Wataya, Ilayawa, Aharon, Wata, Watarak, Samayam, Baba, Babaka, Salaki Babaka, Baha, Yataya, Bawa, At, Anarat, Yakwa, Tayarana, verse 8, Baba, Ailat, Aharon, At, Amarat, Bayana, Ai, Bayam, Yakwa, Taya, Renaha, Watarak, Tama, Tamayan, Tapanya, Yahweh, Nada, Rata, Yakam, verse 9, Na'a, Na'ai, Nawa, Aila Yawa, Wata, Watarak, Zara, Wa'aila, Mama, Naka, Wanasak, La'a, Tasa, Awa, Ailayawa. Book of Exodus chapter 30 and verse 3. And thou shalt overlay it with gold, the top thereof, and the sides thereof round about, and the horns thereof, and thou shalt make unto it a crown of gold round about. Verse 4. And 2 golden rings shalt thou make to it under the crown of it, by the two corners thereof, upon the two sides of it shalt thou make, and they shall be for places for the staves, to bear it withal. Verse 5, and thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. Verse 6, and thou shalt put it before the veil that is by the ark of the testimony, before the mercy seat that is over the testimony, where I will meet with thee. Verse 7, and Aaron shall burn thereon sweet incense every morning when he dresses the lamps. He shall burn incense upon it. Verse 8, and when Aaron lighted the lamps at evening, he shall burn the incense upon it, a perpetual incense, before the Most High throughout your generations. Verse 9, he shall offer no strange incense thereon, nor burnt sacrifice, nor meat offering, neither shall ye pour drink offering thereon.
So now again, we see everything direct and in order. And this altar that was built, the altar where the incense will be burned, and I see that day when the Lord will meet with Aaron is a reminder. And this is why it say no burn no strange incense on the altar. It's a reminder. And if in the Isupk under Commanding General Yana, we know what incense should be burnt. As we say in these high holy days, in these feast days. Right? And if you don't know, you can contact the school or have a discussion with the priest or the men of the Lord. And they will tell you what incense is to be burned before the Lord. Because any strange incense, it wouldn't be accepted. And just like where Osaya had brought out, it shows a difference between who the men choose to bring these instructions out and who, was not given the instructions to bring this message out. It shows a big difference. Because again, the Isupk under, Commanding General Yana, again, we follow Commanding General Yana, and this is a reminder because Commanding General Yana follow Christ. Christ, follow the instructions of the Lord. And we see that order and that structure being carried out in this school. This is a reminder to our family, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. We are family. As we say, we are the seed or the children of Israel, or where people would know, or here, Jacob. Jacob's name was just changed from Jacob to Israel because he fight, his demons. We're going to fight ours. So the Most High God, let's see, will have favor with us as we walk and follow these instructions. And this is a reminder for us again, you join us during the week. We have classes Monday through Thursday, again, Friday as well, Lashon Kodash, again, the Sabbath service on a Saturday. And this is a reminder for us. Right? With that?
Yeah, I understand. With that, you say Imagine, which means to stand. Yeah, what do you want?
Lawyer, son. Minister.
I'll say Imagine what Piyan for down, which means the rise and face the east, yes. Sir, which means to turn.
Yes, sir.
We say Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa,
Shabbat
Shemai,
Kodash,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Shamka, Yahweh, Walakaska, Saba'a, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamaya, Latan, Lanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kawawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawawatinawa, Wala A, Tabiyanawa, Banasaya One, Abol, Awashainawa, Yun, Rai, Ya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa Ala, Taparas, Wa Iwalamia, Aman.
In the English, our Father,
Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven, give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
So be it. You're going to say Hakak or the power Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Wawukasha, Latan Lanawa, Hakak, Rapa Kamakaala, Kamadawo, Hakak, Lataha, Amatazarai, Hakak, Lakwayam, Amatayam, Hakak, Arakawa, Amataala, Lagarasham, Bahashem, Yahushai, Tawada Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, name of Yahweh, please give us the power, to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, to cleanse the lepers, to raise the dead, against unclean spirits, cast them out. Name of Yahweh. Thank you.
So be it. We're going to say, bless Israel. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Barak Nawa, Yasha'ala, Habayat, Saparium, Barak, Bahashem, Yahushai, Tawada Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, name of Yahweh. Bless us and Israel and the school. Name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh. Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Say Psalm 121 in Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hariyam, Ayan, Yaba'ah, Aizari, Zaria, Mayam, Yahweh, Aisha, Samayam, Wa'arataza, Alethan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Ayanawan, Shemarka, Anat, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashun, Shawama, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazaka, Alya, Yamyanka, Yawama, Hashama, La'a, Yakaka, Wayara, Balayala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Makalarai, Yashama, Asnashpuka, Yahweh, Yashama, Tazahaska, Wabawaka, Mayata, Wa'id, Iwalam.
Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade on thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore.
To say Psalm 83 in Hebrew. Alahayam, Aldamayalaka, Altashakwa, Alkayahana, Wayamyaka, Wamayawan, Wayashanayaka, Shanayarash, Aimaka, Arayamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Aitazawa, Altazapawanka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wayakakadam, Magawya, Wala'a, Wasaka, Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Labadwa, Yakadwa, Ailaka, Bariath, Yakarathwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa Abba, Wahagarayam, Gebal, Waimawan, Waimala, Palashaf, Am Yashabia, Zawo, Gam Ashawo, Lanawa, Imam, Ayawa, Zarawai, Labanyalawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Madian, Kasayasara, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwayashwan, Ashamarwa, Bayan, the Ara, Ayawa, the Man, Lahadama, Shayathamwa, Nadayab Mawa, Kairab, Wakazaaba, Wakazabak, Wakal, Kazamanai, Kalnasaya Kambo, Asha, Amarwa, Mayarasha, Lanawa, Af, Awaf, Alahayim, Shayaftamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Baraka, Kaash, Sabaira, Ira, Okalahaba, Salahat, Arayam, Kantaradapma,
Kantaratma,
Basaraika,
Basaraika,
Wabasa,
Wasa,
Wapaska,
Pathka,
Sabahalam,
Bahalam,
Mala'a,
Laha,
Panyaham,
Yaham,
Walawan,
Alawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Abakwashwa,
Shamka,
Ka,
Yahawa,
Hawa,
Yabashwa,
Bashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Bahawal,
Adi Ai,
Adiai,
Wayakaparwa,
Kapawa,
Wayabadwa,
Badwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Daiwa,
Wayatha,
Yatha,
Shamka,
Samka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Baka,
Ailewan,
Alwan,
Alkaha,
Akaha,
Aratiza.
Ratiza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence.
Keep not thou silence.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
hold not thy peace,
hold not thy
and
peace,
be not still.
and be not still.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
for lo,
for lo,
thine enemies,
thy enemies
make it tumult,
make it tumult,
and they that hate thee,
they that hate
have
thee,
lifted up the head,
lifted up the
they have
head,
taken crafty
taken
counsel
crafty
against
counsel,
thy people,
against thy
and
people,
consulted against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden
They have
ones.
said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them
let
off
us cut them
from
off
being a nation,
from being a
and the
nation,
name of Israel
and the name
may
of
be no more
Israel
in remembrance,
may be no more in
for they have
remembrance.
consulted
For they
together
have consulted
with one
together,
consent.
one
They have
consent.
confederate against
They
thee,
have confederate against
tabernacles of Edom,
Tabernacles of
and
Edom,
the Ishmaelites,
and Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gebal,
Gebal,
and Ammon,
Ammon,
and Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines, with
Philistines,
the inhabitants of
the
Tyre,
inhabitants of Tyre,
and Sir,
and Sir
also is joined with
also
them.
is joined with
They
them.
have opened,
They are
the children
opened,
of Lot,
children of Lot,
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto
as
them,
unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to
at the
Jabin,
brook of
at the
Kison,
brook of
which
Kison,
perished at Endor.
perished at
They
Endor.
became as down
They
for the
became as
earth,
dung for the
make
earth,
their nobles,
make their nobles,
like Oreb,
like Oreb,
like Zaib,
like Zaib,
yea,
yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
Zabah, and
Zabah,
Zalmunna, who
Zalmunna,
said,
who said,
let us take to
let us take
ourselves
to
the
ourselves
house of Yahweh in
house of
possession.
Yahweh in
O
possession.
my power,
O my power,
make them like a
make
wheel,
them like a
as
wheel,
the stubble before the
as
wind,
stubble before the
as
wind,
the fire burneth a
as
wood,
the fire burneth a
and
wood,
as the flame setteth the mountain
as
on
the flame
fire.
set in the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute
So
them
persecute
with
them
thy
with thy
tempest, and
tempest,
make them
make
afraid
them afraid
with thy
with
storm.
thy storm.
Fill their faces with
Fill
shame,
their faces
that
with
they
shame,
may seek thy
and may
name.
seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be
let
confounded
them be
and
confounded,
troubled
troubled
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to
let them be
shame
put to
and
shame
perish,
and
that
perish,
men may know
that men may know
that thou,
thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
name alone is
art the
Yahweh,
Most High over all the
the
earth.
Most High over all the earth.
As you begin curses, blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you,
King of
Yahweh,
heaven and
King
earth,
of heaven and
and
earth,
all things
and all
living.
things living.
Yahweh, in the
Yahweh,
name of Yahweh
in the name
Shai,
of Yahweh.
listen to us
Listen to us
now,
now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses,
Evils and curses,
punishment and destruction,
punishment and
to the
destruction,
heathen
the
that
heathen,
speak against us, thy prophets,
thy prophets,
the teachers, the
teachers,
princes, the
princes,
priests, the
priests,
Israelite brothers,
Israelite brothers,
and the schools.
and the
Send
schools.
evils and curses,
Evils
and
and curses,
punishment and destruction,
punishment and
to the
destruction,
heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose
and shake
the
loose
treasure of the rich of
treasure of the
Israel,
rich of
that
Israel,
refuse to give to the
refuse to
school.
give to the school,
Force their
force
riches
their riches
to enter into thy
enter
sanctuary.
into thy
Send
sanctuary,
evils and curses,
evils and curses,
punishment and destruction
punishment and
to
destruction,
the Edomites,
to the Edomites,
and the
and the
nations,
nations,
and their drug
and the
dealers,
drug dealers,
the court
the
system,
court
the
system,
prison
the
system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the government of our
all the
enemies,
governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and
Amalek
armies,
synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic
Roman
Church,
Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia, Ku
militia,
Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinheads,
Patsikumatasi,
Patsikumatasi,
gay movement,
gay movement,
lesbian
lesbian
movement,
movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of
workers
witchcraft,
of witchcraft,
NASA space
NASA
program,
space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
open up the internet,
and the airways,
and the
the
airways,
cable access channels,
cable access
and
channels,
the radio channels.
and the radio channels.
Convict the spirit
Convict the
of
spirit
any of thy people
of any of thy
that
people
seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop
and bring
us,
swift
and bring
destruction
swift
to
destruction
all the heathen
to all the
that
heathen
stand in the way
stand in the
or
way,
try to stop
or
us
try to
from
stop us
broadcasting your
from
words
broadcasting your
throughout
words
the planet
throughout the
Earth.
planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues,
loose all the
cause
plagues,
them to go to and
cause them to
fro
go to and fro
through the earth
through the earth,
and consume
and
them.
consume them.
Let the plagues
Let the plagues
shake the house of the
in the
thief
house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
Michael and
Michael
Gabriel
and Gabriel
come down with the flying
come down with the
saucers
flying
and
saucers,
punish all the heathen
punish all the
that
heathen
come up against
come
us
up against
as we
us,
speak thy
as we
words.
speak thy word,
Cause it to be known by
to
all
be known by all,
that is the angels that have
that
done
is
it.
the angels that have done
Cause
it,
it to be spread
that we
through
spread
the media,
through the media,
throughout the whole
through the
world.
whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy
Cause them to
coming.
shake at thy
In the
coming.
name of Yahweh Shai.
Name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it. Sir?
Yes.
Men of,
Sisters.
men of Israel, gird up thy loins to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Hashem Yeshua Barakia. Sir?
Yahweh Hashem Yeshua Barakia.
Yeah.
We'll give one courtesy salute. Ramadan Shabbat. No. Oh, still okay. Sorry. Ramadan Shabbat. Majam. Rap. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. Sisters, stand. I'm going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Ramadan Shabbat. Majam. Barak.
Yahweh Shema Latan B'Hashem Yahushai.
At this time, is there anyone who would like to be anointed? And with that, that concludes today's service. Hey, so okay. So, point on something now. In terms of the full protocols, right?
Yeah.
You should